Good morning, ladies. Good morning. All right, it's 10:31 Eastern Standard Time here where I am in Virginia. If you're joining me, give me your first name and the city, state, or country that you're coming to me from. Okay? I'm pulling away from the house, so the internet may go off. But let me know your first name and what city, state, or country you're coming to me from. Okay, if you're just coming in. But I want to talk a little bit. I have to go all the way downtown to the Social Security office for my daughter. I just want to talk a little bit today about you are not meant for every man. And every man isn't meant for you. This is one of those conversations so in my mind, this is one of those conversations your mother or your grandmother should have had with you. Because I have these conversations with my daughters, their friends, my girlfriends. But you're not meant for every man, and every man isn't meant for you. And that means absolutely nothing, right? That means nothing as far as your self-esteem, your confidence, your self-worth. It's called so what? Okay. So I have to teach people the so what, right? So yeah, like what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. And people whose self-esteem is high, they're familiar with the so what. Like I've talked to other women, their esteem is higher, as high as mine or higher. They're like, girl, so. I'm like, oh, you know about the so. You know about the so what? Okay, good. That's a good thing. So the reason why I wanted to talk with you all about this today is because I had a coaching client yesterday talk to me about a specific man that she's interested in, that she has her eye on. And so she's doing some recon on him and trying to find out more about him, and just trying to position herself in front of him, right? Which is what I always encourage women do. Don't walk up to the man. Don't do that. Don't ask him out on a date. Don't do that. Position yourself. Make sure you are in that man's line of sight. That's what a woman is to do, a feminine woman. She's to make sure, good morning, Keely. She's to make sure she's within that man's line of sight, okay? And the reason being is because, no, we don't go after men. We do that for work. We do that for school. We do that for other opportunities, but we do not do that in love. Those two things, we can't cross our wires on that. We don't go after men because we're going to get our little feelings hurt, or we gonna get used. So no, I don't play those games. I let the men that are interested in me come to me. And then I decide, right? I decide if this is a man I want to engage or not. Because I already know he wants me. He's interested in me. Now I need to determine, am I interested in him? That's how that little scenario should go. But we've gotten clean away from that. And we're out here telling women to shoot their shot and fall into men's DMs and all of this. Nope. Good morning. So, I don't play those games. I'm old school. Y'all know that. Okay. And some things from the old school work. Some things from the old school are good. You got millennial and Gen Z people. They want to throw away everything that their grandmother or grandfather or great-grandmother or great-grandfather did. And nothing irks me more than a Gen Z or millennial person acting like their grandparents was stupid. Like that just, that burns me up. No respect for everything that they did, everything that they went through, everything that they brought here, including you. Like you are beyond disrespectful. And this whole narrative of, oh, well, grandma wasn't happy. Grandma was treated poorly by grandpa. And grandma had to stay with grandpa because, she didn't have no money. She didn't have no job. She didn't have... Like, can we just quit that? And what's crazy is, I'm not saying that wasn't a percentage of women, but can I be real? I don't think it was most women. I don't think most grandmothers and grandfathers or great-grandmothers or great-grandfathers mistreated each other and, hated each other, but just stuck it out. I don't think that's most people's story. But anyway, I'm getting off the topic. Let me come back. Let me rein it in because I'm passionate, y'all. I'm passionate. So today's little talk is all about you are not meant for every man. And you need to determine that, and you need to determine that quickly. Am I meant for this man? Is this man meant for me? Okay. And some of you all feel a way. You feel a way about a man, quote unquote, rejecting you. And I've already told you my thoughts on that. I cannot be rejected. Like, that's not even a thing in my world. I cannot be rejected by a man or anything or anybody. Either it's mine or it isn't. And as soon as I find out it isn't, I'm happy. I'm happy to know that, because now I don't need to have an expectant attitude. I don't need to try to chase after something. I don't need to think about it, worry about it. Like, done. I love it. I love when a man says, nope, I'm married, or I'm engaged, or nope, I'm not interested, or nope, I'm not ready for anything real. Oh, thank you so much for freeing me. That's how I feel. I feel happy. Thank you so much for freeing up that space in my mind. And now we're good. I can move on to someone else, move on to something else. We're good. And I've never quite understood women who feel bad about that, or let that say something about them or about their self-esteem, because it doesn't. I mean, you don't even know this man. Like, help me to understand why we let a stranger determine how we feel about ourselves. Nah, I'm not built like that. No. I feel good about myself, and this person who don't know me cannot change that. They can't get me off of that. Sorry, I don't even know you like that. So you got to have some real skin in this game. You got to know me. You got to know me for a long time to say something to me, to make me even ponder. And even then I'm going to go, how do I feel about this person saying this thing about me? Do I trust this person? Do I know this person? Does this person know me? Do I respect this person? Like, I still gonna put it through my filter before I even think about letting whatever they say to me make me feel bad. Like, that's just not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. I am going to say this live. Thank you. Good morning. But yeah, remember, that's what the self-discovery relationship tool is for. The I want, I don't want, and I need. You got to write out those 3 lists. You're going to determine if he's for you. And then I think there's some self-discovery or self-exploration that needs to happen in terms of who you are, right? So I have sat down and created lists about Anita. I have created everything great about Anita, everything challenging about Anita. Like, I really have. These are the things that are great. These are the things that are challenging about me and getting to know me. And that self-reflection, right, helps me to grow. It helps me to get to know myself and to grow. It helps me to love myself and to accept all the amazing things about me, and even the things on the, challenging list. That those are the areas I need to grow in. And I'm open to growing, right? I'm all about growing and learning and being my best self. So, yeah, if you have not done that assignment, do that assignment. Do that assignment. Aren't they scared of rejection? Rejection is not even a thought to me. Then again, I don't approach men either. Yeah, but see, this is a new thing, because women are doing all the approaching and pursuing and calling and texting. And what's even crazier is, I was in a Facebook group, a single Christian Facebook group yesterday, and I was reading the comments on this one post that a lady posted. Oh, I went on this great first date, and, I felt like it went really well. The guy said, he really enjoyed the date and looked forward to seeing me again. And he said, hey, if you want to go out again, give me, he said, if you want to go out again, give me a call. That was the last thing he said. Hey, if you want to, I really enjoyed this. I'd love to see you again. And if you want to go out again with me, call me. That's what a man said to a woman. And can I be real? And I did yesterday in that group post, so I was real. I said, ladies, because there was a whole lot of people in that post, call him. It's been 4 days. Call him. Text him. No, I don't play those games. I don't. I'm not leading this relationship. I'm not leading you. I was not God ordained to lead a man or lead a relationship, period. You can call that whatever you want. You can call it old-fashioned, antiquated, archaic, all the names you can come up with. I'm not doing it. I'm under God's design for my relationship and my marriage, period. That's the design I know that works. But all this stuff people are out here doing right now, it don't work. why we in the situation we in. So nah, bro, I'm not calling you. If you're, and you know what? This would have been my last save of that comment. My last save would have been, ooh, I'm really old-fashioned. You know, I don't like the idea of the woman pursuing the man. That's not something that's comfortable for me. So if you're interested in seeing me again, please call or text. I would have tried to save it. That would have been the last thing that we said. I would have said something, because I don't play those games. I don't play those pursue a man games, okay? No. So that would have been the last thing I said. If 4 days went by and I didn't hear anything, I would have went about my business. Y'all, I kid you not. And you should have heard these crazy comments. Well, maybe something happened to him. Maybe he got in an accident. I'm thinking, what? Are these women 20? Like, these are 40 and 50 and 60-year-old women. Y'all haven't lived long enough on the planet to know that 99% of the time, that man is fine. Like, why are we even playing these mind games? That man is fine. That man is not off in a ditch somewhere on the side of the road. You haven't lived long enough to know that? Oh my God. I mean, it was something. I'm gonna just put it, I'm gonna leave it right there. And yeah, call him, text him. And then there was some men in the group, because this is a co-ed group. Yeah, I think women should call us. I think women should text. I was like, you know what? I might need to drop this group. Like, I might need to be clean out of this group. Now, y'all claim to be a group of Christian single people, and you trying to rewrite God's design for marriage. You trying to rewrite God's design for men and women. No, I don't play them games. I don't play them games. I go to the originator that said men lead, men go first, men pursue, men hunt, men till the soil, okay? Men are farmers, right? That's where I come from. And this whole, well, you know, and even Christian people do it. Even Christian people do it, y'all. Well, it's 2022. What's that got to do with the creator of the universe and his design, the original design? What that got to do with anything? I don't care what year it is. Last I checked, God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So I don't care what year it is. This is God's design. This is how I'm gonna do it. Right? I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna be sweet. I'm gonna say, oh, I really enjoyed this date. And if he says, hey, call me, I'm gonna say, ooh, that feels really icky to me. That makes me feel so uncomfortable. I prefer to be the girl. I prefer to be the girl to your healthy masculine. You know, that just feels, you know, ew, that just feels icky to me. I'm going to say it. And if the man don't like it, and y'all, and there's another reason why I'm single. I've dated many a man that did not like my traditional godly ways. Okay? They didn't like it. See? So you're not meant for every man. How many dates did I go on in the 2 years that I used dating apps? 53 dates. 53. Okay? And out of those 53, I got one good friend. I got one gentleman who helped me with my business, so that I consider that a win. I got a great friend. I consider that a win. But 51 of those men, either we were incompatible, they didn't like the idea of being the leader or the masculine person in the relationship. They held egalitarian views. I was like, this is not a good fit. Nope, this ain't a good fit, okay? And I'm quick to notice that. I need leadership, okay? I need masculine frame. And if you cannot provide that, okay, you know, but I'm not meant for you. And that's what I mean. You have to determine that early on. Too many women, you think, I could, you know, I have a marriage dream and any man can fit in that spot. No, he can't, you know, and I can't fit in any man's spot. Like, I'm not meant for everybody, and that's okay. So I'm going to just tell you this, ladies. If you want to be traditional, if you want to be feminine, you're not going to be meant for a whole lot of modern men. And you got to be ready for it. Okay, I told a man I was talking to on the phone that I do not plan dates. I just show up and enjoy the moment. No more over-functioning. Good. Relationships today are antichrist. Yeah. Ooh, Lord, y'all. It's bad. Surprisingly, the Jews and other Eastern religions are doing it right. Of course, they're not going to like your traditional godly ways, because the way they want it to go is in favor of men. Yeah, for sure. And women chasing it precisely. And so, I've been asked that question many times. Why are you single? You're an amazing woman. Why are you single? I said, I have standards and requirements, godly standards and requirements. And because the world is godless, because the world is degenerate, like that, it just is what it is. People who don't want to do it that way, people who, want to adopt these, new age, newfangled ways of doing things that don't work. They don't like that. They don't like you calling them out on that. And I'm talking the sooner the better. That's what I'm always telling people. The sooner you do it, the better. Like, call these people out on it. No, that doesn't work for me. I don't want to lead the relationship. I don't want to pursue a man. I don't want to give a man a free wife or free sex. I don't want to do that, And I'm just being honest. A lot of men, I'm going to say a lot, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of men, that's what they're on. I have a couple of men now that are on my rotational dating list. And while I believe them to be good men, they are in a season of chasing goals that they have. They're in a season of, building a business, chasing work goals. Like they're doing something, which is amazing, right? They got big goals for themselves. But right now, I had one just the other day. Well, that's at the lowest part of the totem pole. So, okay. I don't think they're bad men, and we're going to continue to communicate, but that's just what it is. So, okay. That's it. And so, ladies, I don't want you to resent that. I don't want you to say, oh, a man who tells you, like very upfront tells you a relationship is not my top priority. Like, don't be mad about that. Move on. That's nothing to be mad about. It's his right to say that. It's his right to not be ready or to not want that. And then just move on. But when you resent it, when you are angry about that or frustrated about that, it hurts you. It hurts your energy. It doesn't do a thing for him. He could care less. But you're hurting your own energy. You're hurting yourself by being all worked up about that and upset about that. And, oh, these men, no, I release it. The second a man tells me that, I let it go. I let it clean go. I go, well, okay. And then I let go. I move on. It's never, brought up in my mind again. I'm just done with it. And, let that go. Because remember, you're not meant for every man. And every man isn't meant for you. And that's okay. Sometimes it's the season that a man is in. I've been trying to date a little older, right? I think that men who are just a tiny bit older, they may be in a good season. They may be ready, to remarry. They've probably been divorced. Their kids are grown. But now they're thinking about the rest of their life, and they may be ready to remarry and find someone really good and settle in with that person. So I've been doing more of that, which is, okay, let me start looking at men who are a tiny bit older, right? And we might be in similar season. But the younger men, and I have younger men that, want to date me, want to go out, want to be friends, but sometimes I'll catch them in a good season and a lot of times I won't. So I'm like, nope, we're not in the same season. And that's okay. That's okay. Where they are is where they are. And even the men my age, the men my age, they are newly divorced. They're getting back out here and they call themselves, wanting to have fun and getting back out here and seeing what's out here. That's what so many men tell me. Oh, let me see what's out here. Let me see. I haven't been out here in 15, 20, 30 years. Let me see what's out here. So they're in that season. And I've befriended some of those men and, we've laughed, we've joked, we've had fun because I'm like, oh, really? And they tell me their dating chronicles, and we laugh and joke and have fun, but they're not ready for anything real or serious. So it is what it is. I have a lot of male friends that are in that season. So, and then I have a few male friends that are in relationships and, they're great guys. They're in relationships and they're kind of trying to determine how they feel about remarriage or marriage for the first time. But you're not meant for every man. And you don't need to feel a way about that. You absolutely do not. She says the men you date are 55 plus, right? And they're still building. So most of the men I date are between 40 and 56. That's the sweet spot, 40 to 56. And I try not to go below 44. I try not to go lower than 10 years younger than me. But I have a few 40-year-olds that, like I said, and here's what's interesting. So I have quite a few 41-year-olds who've never been married and they have no children. And so, of course, my issue with that is I can't give you a child. I can't even physically do that. I can't physically have a child. And so that's always kind of my concern, even though they say, no, I think I'm ready to get married. I think I'm ready to settle in and be with someone. But my concern is if you wake up in 5 years and you really want to have a child, like you really want to experience that, that's not something that I can give you. And I just want to be careful about that, right? I just want to be really careful that in my decision-making process, I'm not choosing someone and there's a possibility that they could want a child. So I admit I have some trepidation about that because there's some really great men, but if you're 42, 43, and you've never been married, but you've also never had a child, that's the thing that makes me go, I don't know, I don't know, you might want to do that. And they keep saying, no, I'm good. I think I'm kind of past all of that. I think I could just, settle in with someone and have a great life. And I mean, your kids are grown and I'm fine with that. But there's something about me inside that doesn't fully trust that, right? Because men's clock is very different than ours. And I think men, as they get older, they do want children. Like they do have kind of that biological clock thing going on. It just happens much later. And so he could wake up at 46, 47. He could want to have a child. He could want to see the physical manifestation of himself outside of himself. And that's not something I could do. So I am, cautious about that. So that's why I kind of keep those men at bay because I'm like, and they keep saying, no, trust me. I know myself. I know, that's not something I want. And I'm like, do you really know yourself? Like you may not know yourself as well as you think you do. So I kind of keep those men at bay. My ideal man is, around my age. He's in good physical health. Everything works physically, sexually. His kids are grown just like mine. He is not technically building, like he's already built a really great life and a really great career. Like he's in whatever it is he's doing. And that's going very well. And he's actually sliding into kind of the last 10 years of his work life. That's the ideal man for me. And when he retires, he might pick up something like a passion project. He might pick up something else that he really wants to do that he never really had time to do because he was working. That's my ideal person. My ideal person is someone who, all right, y'all, I gotta park. There we go. It is someone who, they're already made. They're already made. They've been married. They had a family. And I'll even go so far as to say this. My ideal man is a man who messed up. Like, he messed up in his marriage. He made some really dumb decisions. He made some mistakes. He messed up in his marriage, but he learned from it. He learned from it, and now it's almost like I'm getting the best version of him. That's my ideal man. So sometimes when I have male friends like that where, they've been married a long time, or they were married, they messed up in their marriage, they cheated on their wife, or, did something dumb, and the marriage ended, and they grew, they kind of grew up. They grew up, and they were like, you know what? I needed that mess up. I needed to grow up. I needed to be a better man. And so the second time around, they would actually make a better husband. They would make a better partner. That's actually my ideal man. I know that's incredibly specific, but yeah, that's how I thought about it. Like, I need you to have messed up. I need you to have made some stupid mistakes. I've made some stupid mistakes. I've made some crazy, stupid mistakes. But because of that experience, I mean, someone is getting an amazing wife. Like, I considered myself to be a good wife in my first marriage. I am a exceptional wife now. They're getting an exceptional wife. They're getting a wife who knows how to zip her lip. They're getting a wife who knows how to use her words to truly encourage her man. They're getting a wife who truly understands that masculine-feminine dynamic. I didn't fully understand that in my first marriage. I get it now. They're getting a wife who is loving. They're getting a wife who is fun and adventurous and lighthearted. They're getting a wife who knows when to lean back, you know, to let a man have his space and lean back. They're getting a much less anxiously attached wife. So when I started my journey, I was very much so anxiously attached. And then I became that anxious avoidant attachment. So it was like pull people close. Then I would get sick of them and I would push them away. I would miss them and pull them close. I would get sick of them. And I did that dance for years. For years. Pull you close, push you away, pull you close. So I went from anxiously attached to anxious avoidant, or what we call disorganized. And now I have become more securely attached. Like, I'm in a good place. I've worked on my attachment style and I am more securely attached. A man having a night out with his friends is called great. I get to sit in, I get to read or write something, create some content, edit some videos. Wonderful. Have a wonderful night out. And he comes in, and if I know men the way I know men, you know, he comes in, he's horny, you know, he's had something to drink and he's horny. We have sex and we go to bed. Like, so I get that. Like, that does not freak me out anymore. That does not make me think, oh, something's going on, he's cheating on me. No, I know men and male psychology pretty good now. So he's getting an exceptional wife, much better than the first time I was married. He is. He's getting a calmer, sweeter, funnier version of me. You know, knows when to say it, how to say it. You know, he's just getting a much better version of me. And I'd love to get a much better version of some other guy who messed up and has actually grown and learned from those experiences. But every man isn't meant for you. You're not meant for every man. And just understand that. It's not something to be mad about. When women get mad, which, like I said, it always trips me out, because I'm like, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Because he wants a woman that's taller, you know. And I've dated basketball players and they made an exception for me, but can I be real? I was not their first choice. They wanted a woman that was taller. I dated a guy that was 6'6", and he said, yeah, my ideal woman is 6 foot, 6'1", but I'm 5'6", right? So he's a foot taller than me. And he dated me. He dated me in college, but it wasn't anything long-term, long-standing, because I wasn't his ideal match. I was not his ideal woman. I was a nice woman and we had fun, but I wasn't his ideal woman. And that's nothing for me to feel bad about. That's nothing for me to beat myself up about or feel less than. Not at all. Anita is fly. Okay. Last I checked, Anita is fly. So I want y'all to keep saying that about yourself. That if a man is not interested, if his ardor cools off for you, if his interest, he becomes less interested, okay, I want you to feel blessed and happy about that. Okay, now, and remember this, y'all. I be telling my daughters this, and I need y'all to remember this until the day you die. What a man does. What a man does. What a man does. Remember, the language of men is doing, not words. The reason why y'all are confused, because men's words, I'm gonna plug my phone in, men's words and men's actions don't match. Okay? So remember that always. Confusion equals words and actions are different. And remember, if there's any confusion, God is not the God of confusion. That's right there. Tell you who that's coming from. It's not coming from God. Not coming from God. It's clear. God is very clear. Go in this direction. Don't go in that direction. But the devil will have you all up and confused. All going this way and that way and every which way. He loved that. And he loved you running around asking all your friends, well, what about this? And he said this, but he doing this and he doing this. He loved that. I don't play those games. As soon as a man show me, that's what it is. And look, y'all, this will be killing me too. So they show me, right? And then I act accordingly based on what they did. And here they come calling or texting. Hey, I noticed you haven't been calling. Or I noticed, I haven't seen you and this and that. I said, fool, are you crazy? What are you doing? Do you really think this call is going to get me off of what I already seen? And they do. They do, y'all. They think that little call, oh, I'm really interested. I really want to be with you. And why did you pull back? Why aren't you returning my call? They really think that's supposed to change your mind. And it don't. It don't change my mind. I seen what I saw. That's what it is. These little words is to try to, reel me back in, to throw me back out, and reel me. I'm not playing that game, and y'all shouldn't either. What he's doing is what it is. Don't ever forget that. And I drill that into my daughters. I said, look, what he's doing is what it is. Okay, that's what it is. What he doing. So this whole, I'm going, I'm gonna try to, reel you back in. I'm gonna use some nice words. And it just be annoying me when a man treat me bad, but yet tell me how beautiful I am or how sweet I am and what a good mother I am. And I'm such a good cook and I'm this and I'm that. That annoys the living hell out of me. Okay. It does. I don't know if any of y'all agree, but that right there is a pet peeve. Nothing irritates me more than a man treating me poorly, treating me like an option, right, with his actions, and then got the nerve to compliment me, got the nerve to say how great I am. It just, y'all, I be wanting to strike. I be wanting to strike over that. I do. I'm just being honest. That burned me. So that's why I just leave a man alone. I try to block him because I just stay away from things that, just drive me crazy. I just can't stand it. You need to step up your cutoff game. Yeah, for sure. You do. And I just cut them men clean off. Don't you ever call yourself like mistreating me and then you have the audacity to tell me how great I am, to tell me how, you make a wonderful wife. Man, that used to kill me back in the day. that used to make me so mad. Treat me poorly and tell me what a good wife I would make. I said, you know what? I gotta leave you alone. And I wouldn't even say it now. I just do it. I don't even use words. Can I be honest? I use less words. I don't tell a man what I'm gonna do. I just do it. And I want y'all to start doing that too. You don't need to use a whole lot of words. You just do it. And here's the thing. If the man don't reach out and say, hey, how come, I can't reach you, or I can't find you on Facebook or Instagram. What's going on? That's the only time I use words now. I don't even use words before I do it. I just do it. And to me, okay, if you want to reach out and you care to know why I'm not using words, then I'm going to use some words. But can I be real? Most men don't do that. Because guess what? They didn't care in the first place. So the fact that they can't, I have a man like that recently. He can't find my Instagram, my Facebook, and didn't say boo. He didn't say boo. We were unfriended, unfollowed, blocked, all of that. And he ain't reached out and said boo. And he got my number. He got my direct number. But see, he don't care no way. So that's the answer to that, right? That's the answer. You don't care no way. But every now and again, a man will reach out like, oh, I can't find your Instagram. I can't find your Facebook. What's going on? I can't get through. And then I will use words and tell him why. Because I am a kind person. If nothing else, I'm a kind person. And so now I'm going to use words to tell you, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you. And then if he go into the spiel of, well, I really liked you. I thought we really had something. I'm like, look, save that. You can save that. You can save that right there. But have a great one. Have a great one. Enjoy the life. Enjoy the one life you have. That's usually what I say. I have a little set script. So you can save that. Have a great one. Enjoy the one life you have. That's usually what I say every time, y'all. And they be like, dang, she done said this millions of times. I have. It don't require no whole lot of words. Y'all need to learn how to use less words. I mean that. I mean that from my soul. Use less words. Oh, she said that's why words of affirmation is low on my list. Me too. Me too. So gifts is the lowest. Like, yeah, I can be honest. Gifts is my lowest, and then words of affirmation is right above that. I really don't give two figs about words or gifts. Yeah, so what? Like, same here. She said, where is that even coming from? I don't know. But men do that. And I'm just telling y'all so you can watch out for it. They're going to mistreat you and mishandle you and then have the audacity to compliment you. And to me, it's like meant to confuse you. To me, they're doing that on purpose to confuse you. Because you're thinking, okay, he's not asking me out. He's not calling me. But yet, he's saying how great I am. See how confusing that is? See how that's the cognitive dissonance. That's what we call it in clinical terms. It's cognitive dissonance. Okay, so I'm thinking things are one way, but you're telling me they're another. And I think men do it to confuse us. So don't fall for it, y'all. Please don't. Do not fall for it. But you're not meant for every man, and every man isn't meant for you. And I don't want you to feel any kind of way about that. You got to be okay with that. That, you know, I'm not meant for you. And if a man, you know, wants to have sex too soon, if he, we talked about vices and pet peeves. We talked about deal breakers, right? My deal breaker is, you know, if you have a young child, okay, I'm not meant for you and you're not meant for me. And I'm okay with that. And people are going to try to shame you. Like, I got to warn you, men are going to try to shame you. They're going to try to use shame as a possible tactic. Like, okay, what can I do or say to make this woman feel bad about a choice that she's made for herself? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Because I'm not. Like, I'm just not. No man is going to make me feel bad about, yeah, if you got a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, yeah, we're not a good fit for each other. We're not meant for each other. What? I can't believe you're saying that. And this and that. So here we go. All right. So you can save all that. You know, have a good one. Enjoy the one life that you were given to live. Like that. You're going to get the spiel because I'm just not going to listen. I'm not going to listen to this shaming language. Oh, I got another one for you. And then I got to get going. I got to run into Social Security. So ladies, I've said this quite a few times. I have to say it again because, again, I'm getting women that are coming to me about this. So I have to say it again, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it until y'all get it. And that is, understand this. And it's men predominantly that are doing it, but every now and again, I'll actually get a woman doing it. And I find that interesting. You know, again, I don't find it offensive. I'm like, oh, you're you. You know, that's telling me more about you than it is about me. So you will have thoughts and feelings, right? You'll have thoughts and feelings about something, or you'll want to do something a certain way. You'll have a godly stance to dating and courting and getting to know people. And here's what a lot of men will do. And you have to be very aware of this. They love to use the fact that you're single as a weapon. They love to weaponize that. So they will very quickly, whether it's through text, whether it's and here's what I find is so interesting. Very rarely will they say it to your face. Be mindful of keyboard ninjas, right? People who will text you the wildest, craziest stuff. They will email it. They will send it in your DM, right? They're on that text, on that keyboard. Oh, they bad. They bad. They finna tell you about yourself. These are the same people that would not tell you to your face. So remember this phrase, that's why you single. That's why you single. That's the weaponized phrase that men will use to check you. They will use that to shame you. They will use that to put you in your place. And I need you to get strong. You got to get strong about that. People do it to me online. I post reels, I post videos, I give my thoughts and opinions, I give my advice, and I purposely, this is hysterical, but I purposely have one of my kids or one of my friends read the comments out loud to me. And they're vicious. There's some vicious comments. And sometimes my friends are like, Anita, I can't say this. I can't read this. I can't say this. I said, say it. Say it. This is why I'm the person I am. Y'all, really? You think I have a public platform and I don't have thick skin? I got crocodile skin. I got elephant skin. I got rhino skin. Right? So you can drop in these comments all you want and say, I bet you she's single. I bet you she ain't got no ring. That don't change nothing. I'm God's daughter. You haven't heard that God created me? That God dropped gifts and talents inside of me? That's why I'm on here doing what I'm doing. So your little, I bet you she's single, that don't stop no show. That don't stop no show. I hate to be the one to tell you, but okay. Yeah, I am. I got good reasons to be single too, because I can't be with just anybody. I can't be with somebody ungodly. I can't be with somebody immoral or degenerate. And it seems like lately, that's what this world requires. That in order for you to be in a relationship, you have to bend your values. You have to bend your morals, and that ain't gonna happen. That ain't never gonna happen. Guess what? Anita gonna be on here at 80 years old, dropping wisdom, dropping gems, maybe with a husband, maybe not. But what I ain't gonna do is be with no man that is a anything goes. I'm the girl. You're gonna lead me. You're gonna take care of me. You're gonna pay all these bills, or we're gonna go 50. See, that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen. I'm good. I'm good. And see, that's why, but a lot of people don't realize. So that's why you single. I don't see no ring. Like that's not no weapon formed against me, but it ain't going anywhere. Cause like I said, I'm grown. Last I checked. So you think you talking to a 20-year-old? Nope. Sorry, bruh. You can use that as a weapon all you want. See, that's why you single. That's why you ain't got nobody. That's why you ain't got no ring. No, that's why I'm not with you. like, can we be real? That's why I'm not with you. That's why I'm not choosing you. Because of this little attitude. But that don't have nothing to do with my worth and value. And ladies, get stronger. Especially today. You gotta get stronger. If you're gonna be out here in these dating streets, you've got to get mentally strong. So not physically strong and not strong in the masculine sense. It's up here, right? It's up here. So you want to read The Art of Seduction, The 48 Laws of Power. That's the type of strength I'm talking about. Read those books and you'll understand the strength that I have in here. So your little comments online, okay. Oh, I don't have no rings on these fingers. Oh my goodness. Okay. Like I said, I'm grown. You're not talking to 20-year-old Anita. You talking to grown Anita. I done heard it all, bruh. And this is not going to shame me into shutting up. It's not. But that's how you know you hit a nerve. Like, that's how you know. And it's like the Bible say, I consider it an honor to be disparaged. I consider it an honor for people to come against me. I consider it an honor to have people speak, crazy to me. I really do. To go through trials and tribulations. I consider it an honor because that's how I'm growing. That's how I'm learning. That's how I'm getting stronger. Thank you for making me stronger. That's your attitude. And so whether that's about your ex, whether that's about some random dude, and like I said, they the keyboard ninjas. They love to text you all kind of craziness, right? They're not going to say it to your face. Some of them may say it over the phone, but they're not going to say it to your face. And they going to text it. They going, bruh. Like I said, you done told on yourself. Yes, Art of Seduction, Robert Greene. Right, exactly. She said, but they be single too, trying to shame you for being single. I think it's hysterical. I really do. And it don't hurt me in the least. I hate to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell you, I love me. God loved me last I checked. Single women are happier and live longer according to studies. Most wives are slaves. Lord. Oh, she said most wives are slaves. Okay, it's a question on here. What about the guys that try to criticize after you guys are no longer dealing? Oh, yeah, but remember this always. They're saying more about themselves than they are saying about you. Anytime a man is complaining or moaning about a value or a moral that you have, a standard that you have, they're telling us about them. So when a man says, you trying to wait until marriage? You trying to wait to have sex until marriage? That's crazy. That's crazy. No, you're not going to wait. You're not going to wait, sweetheart. That's what you need to say. No one's going to wait until they get married. No one's going to wait until they're engaged. Okay, you won't wait. See? But you got to get your mind in a good space so you can, when those words are coming out of his mouth, they're being translated the right way in your head. And that's where I'm at. So a man may say to me, that's why you single. Yeah, you're right, because I have standards. I have morals. I'm not going to be with just any old man. Yeah, you're exactly right. See, that's the translation. The translation isn't, oh, I'm so single and so unhappy and I'm going to die alone. Like, no, that's not the translation. The translation is, yeah, because there are a whole lot of men out here that don't meet the standard of husband for me. So you're right. That's why I'm single. Like, see, you got to learn how to translate what they say in your head. Okay? So, nope, don't do it. Do not do it. But reading books by Robert Greene, that will give you the mental fortitude to deal with this dating game out here. That will keep your self-esteem high. That will give you the tools and the skills and the real knowledge to understand why people are saying what they're saying. So when that man who was once dating you and now he's no longer dealing with you and he's running around town saying horrible things about you or, disparaging you, I consider it an honor. I do, because number one, I'm on your mind. I'm on your mind. Anita's a bad bee. I'm on your mind right now. Like, you talking, my name is in your mouth. Y'all, I felt that way for years about my ex-husband. His name stayed in my mouth. I said, woo, Anita is powerful. Anita is powerful beyond measure. Like, Anita is memorable. I really did, y'all. I translated that. I was like, ooh, Anita is powerful and memorable. Oh man, my name stayed in his mouth. Good, bad, or indifferent, stayed in his mouth. I have an ex now. My name stay in his mouth. If his friends bump into me on the street and they run back and tell him, guess who be ringing my phone? Guess who be texting my phone, y'all? I kid you not. But that's a power. That's a power that you have as a woman. You have power and you need to step into that power. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a powerful thing. Whatever I did or didn't do had a memorable effect on you. That is powerful. So that's the reframe. And I want you to remember that. If your name stay in a person's mouth, there's power in that. Okay? There's some serious power in that. Whatever it is you're doing or not doing. But I have standards. And like I said, either I'll find the man that can meet them or I won't. And either way, I'm good. I can sleep well at night knowing I'm not out here giving men free sex and those men aren't calling me or texting me anymore. I'm in a situationship with a man who will come over at 10 o'clock at night, have sex with me and leave at 3 a.m. And I have to show up the next day, feeling bad about myself or, walk down to my breakfast table feeling bad because I woke up and no man was laying beside. No, I'm good. When I go to bed, I'm good. When I wake up, I'm good. I know what to expect. See? But that foolishness that the people out here in the world is doing, they all messed up in their head. And the truth is, y'all, they want you right there with them. They hate the fact that you're single and you're going to bed knowing, okay, there's no man in my bed. And you're waking up and there's no man in your bed. And you're okay with it. They hate that. How dare you? How dare you be out here living your best life? How dare you be out here having fun and going and doing things with your friends? How dare you? That's what's really going on. But see, you got to be willing to translate it that way. If you take on their crap, and they say, because I'm single, because there ain't no rings on these hands. Okay. It's funny. But I will post a reel. That reel will go viral. It'll get 100 comments. I'll take it to my friend. I say, hey, read these comments to me. And they will go, Anita, I can't read this comment. I say, read it. Read the comment. And I want someone else to read it. Like, I want someone else to say it out loud. Read these comments to me. Because, like I said, I'm grown. The last I checked, I got skin as tough as a rhino, tough as an alligator. Okay? So, It's like sprinkling water, right? You just like sprinkling water on my tough skin, and my skin just, that's what them comments is like to me. So, okay. And I consider it an honor. I really do. I consider it an honor because I must have something to say. I must have something to say that makes people feel a way, that they stop their day and go, oh, no, she didn't. Click, 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 click. So I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored. It's all good. But I just wanted to encourage some of you today because, like I said, I had a couple of coaching clients yesterday that were very discouraged, and they felt like, is there something wrong with me? You know, what's going on? And, you know, I've had some men say some very ugly things, and, you know, it's kind of, my self-esteem is taking a ding. I said, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. I said, this man is a stranger. He don't get to lower your self-esteem, not 1 millimeter. People who could even slightly have an effect on my self-esteem are people I've known for years, are people I respect, are people that I honor and love and care about. But a stranger that I just met on a dating app or in person or online, no, sorry. So if anything, it's telling you there's some work you need to do. And that's what I told those ladies. We have more work to do. Because you care about what a stranger thinks. In my world, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Because you should not care. Remember, we're part of the so what club. So what? So you need to be a part of the so club. So what? That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing to my bottom line, to my bank account, to my self-esteem, to any of that. That means absolutely nothing. Okay, so I hope I encourage some of you all today. There's some people in the world that, like I said, they're unhappy and it's their job. You know, if you're out here living good, feeling good, loving good, you know, just loving life, it's their job to tear you down. And do not let that happen. Do not let that happen. I know I don't. I love life. And I love all of you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. I hope you feel encouraged. If you came in on the end, please go back and watch the replay because you're going to need this if you're out here in these cold dating streets because it's a trip out here, y'all. It's a whole lot. All right. Enjoy your day. Thank you for joining me. And as always, stay open to love.